Hello my friends, let's quickly refactor our color slider now. Please open up the file 2a underscore color slider underscore refactor HTML. Remember, in this example we had a problem. If I move one of the sliders to the left so that we have a 1-digit hex value here, then it doesn't work anymore because an RGB color always needs 2 digits for each color. Now you will see that when we use a component and a function, this will be very easy to fix. So let's go to the editor now and let's open also here the file 2a color slider refactor HTML. All right. Now, the first step that we are going to do is that we move this stuff that we have here in XData into a component. So let's create a component. Let's go immediately here in front of our section. I know this is not a very good style. You should do it in the head section, but I don't want to scroll so much. So let's just do it directly here. So we create a script tag like this. And then in the script tag, we create a function and we call this function color slider, just like this, okay? And this function, like always, it will return an object. So let's return an empty object. All right. Now, let's put our XData stuff here into this object. So actually we have only those 3 color values here with a default of 128 each. So let's cut that out here, Command X, and put it here inside of the return. Okay. Okay. And now here in XData, instead of an object, we will call our new component with the name color slider. So it will be like this: XData equals color slider. Color slider. Okay, like this. Fine. Let's go to the front end and test if everything still works. So let's reload just to be sure. And yes, everything still works. Now let's have a look in our code again. So here we have the 3 sliders, and down here we have this function, this calculation, parse integer, and so on and so forth. And this stuff I want to put into a method now. And this is also the place where our error appears. So it's a good thing to put this into a method. Also to clean up, of course. So let's create a method here. And within the return, of course. And let's call this method convert. Just I use the short form here, and we pass in a color. All right. Now let's scroll down again and let's copy this calculation here. So I'm gonna copy this and bring it up here into our method. And then we will say color equals this calculation, and here instead of red we pass in our color. All right. And then we just can return the color. The new color, right? The hex color. Okay. So now we can go down here again into our sliders. And here, always where we have this colon value, we can replace this whole expression just with a method call for this method here. So here where it says parse integer and so on, we can delete the whole thing here and just call our convert method and pass in the color, which in this case is red. Now let's copy this, and here it is green. And down there it is blue. Okay, now let's scroll just a little bit more down. And down here we have the output of our mixed color. Here also we have to call our convert method here. Let's just put a comment here. Output. All right. So instead of the parse int red and so on, we also can just do a call to the conversion method and we pass in red here, and then we pass in green for the next one, and here we pass in blue. Okay, let's check in the front end if everything still works. And yes, it still works. Okay, now let's just fix this error here with the 1-digit hex values. So let's go back to our method up here. And here, before we return the hex color, we want to check if the color that is calculated here has only 1 digit, and if it has only 1 digit, we just glue a 0 in front of it. So we're gonna say if the length of the color, so color.length equals 1, then in this case we will add a 0. So this 0 has to be a string, of course. So we will say color equals the string 0 plus the color. All right. Now let's try it out again. Now let's go here all the way to the left. And here we see we have a proper hex value in terms of being a proper hex value for RGB colors. And we see it works now, okay? We can go all the way from black to our mixed color, and in the end it will be even white. Okay guys, that's it. In the next lecture we will do another refactor for our tabs. See you there.